Okay, so you've got Virtual DJ open. Now turn on your decks. And what you should insert now is go to Virtual DJ's website and go grab yourself the timecode track. It's like a WAV file. You go and you burn it onto a CD, and it can be any CD, but you burn it at the slowest speed, then you put it in your deck. Okay? So once you've got those in there, what you're going to want to do is go up to, in the corner, you see this, it says Config. Now, this is your config menu. Virtual DJ will start off like this, I believe. It'll say for inputs, none, outputs, single, sound card is simple. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to do double timecode, because you have more than one deck, but if you only have one deck, you can do single. Then you're going to want to select external mixer, and then you're going to want to select your sound card. Notice it says Maya 44. That's because I used to have a Vestax sound card, which was actually just a Maya 44, same driver and everything. But so I'm going to select ASIO because that's the driver that came with the VersaPort. I forgot to mention that your sound card is probably going to come with an install disk of a ASIO driver, so you're going to install the ASIO driver, and then it should work just fine. Alright, so ASIO driver, notice mine has 3 again. You're going to want to select the one that you're actually running. You'll probably only have one option if this is your first time doing it, but since I've used like 3 different cards, I have, the different options. Okay. So then you're going to want to go to Timecode Config, tell it if you're running CDs or vinyls, okay, and then you really don't have to worry about this too much, but when you first start running it, you might want to click Auto Config, and then you should be fine. If not, just keep playing around with the things, and worst comes to worst, reset it to factory. But alright, let's play with this now. Alright, so that's really essentially all you have to do. But now I'm going to get into the part why Virtual DJ is not recommended in the professional realm of DJing. So everything's working fine. Let's go. Scratching works fine, but I want you to look at that little thing that says TC right there. See, it says TC right there, and next to it, I believe on this side, you should see like the same style of signal bars that you see on your cell phone. I'll load the same track into the other side. Alright, notice next to TC you still don't see a signal bar. Now when you go into config and you go to timecode config, next to timecode quality you should be close to 100%. You should be bouncing around in the 90s. Notice mine is not doing that at all. It says 0%. Now you may say, well, that's fine, it's working, right? That's not fine. That is not acceptable. If you aren't getting a 90%, I would not even imagine trying to run Virtual DJ at something besides your bedroom, because I've been in a situation where it's been just like this, and I did a party, and literally what Virtual DJ was doing was this. As I'm playing my music, I'm turning it backwards because it's not doing it right now, but as I'm playing my music, it would start playing it in reverse. If you were at a gig, that is not cool by any means. Your music starts playing in reverse. For a second, you might be able to play it off and be like, yeah, I'm in the mix, man, I'm changing it up. But after about 30 seconds of that, I'm pretty sure your crowd's going to know what's going on, that you're out of control of, you have no control over your system. So now I'm going to tell you why not stay away from virtual DJ, but the things you should stay away from. Alright, so before I start this portion where some may consider it a bash on virtual DJ, I just want to say that I don't think virtual DJ is a completely crap product. I think Atomics, I believe that's the company that made them, has made themselves something that you really can use mobile. You can go to a club and use virtual DJ. It's possible, it's easy, it's a good functioning program as long as you've done everything the right way, meaning you got yourself a really nice sound card, i.e. like the Maya 44 or something expensive in the $200 range. You bought virtual DJ online. That's kind of the key, buying an actual version of virtual DJ, because let's be serious, everybody that sent me messages asking how my setup works, they were like, I told them, why don't you just get Serato? And they're like, nah man, I want virtual DJ. And ask yourselves, do you really want virtual DJ, or do you want virtual DJ because you got a cracked version of it? And don't lie, I know most of you do have a cracked version of it, because I got my version from a buddy who was using it too. He let me copy it, and I thought it was awesome. I thought I was going to be the bomb. I was like, man, bump Serato. I'm going to find a sound card for $100, which I did. That's just about how much the VersaPort costs. It's about 120 bucks, maybe 100 now. Bought it about a year ago. And it was good for like 3 or 4 gigs. And then I hadn't used it for a while, and then I turned the system on again. Maybe it was the way I turned the computer on. Who knows? But like I was saying, I didn't get the signal bars next to the timecode, and I was getting 0 as the quality. I thought it was fine, and then I was practicing. Thank God I wasn't at a mix. I was just practicing, and then it started playing backwards, and I was like, that's weird. And since then, I've just been kind of anti-virtual DJ, because virtual DJ seriously will bog down on you. If you don't have a legit virtual DJ setup, it will bog down on you. I can almost guarantee it. I don't think it's worth the trouble, worth the heartache, because it's literally heart-stopping when you're playing for like 300 people, and then all of a sudden music stops or starts playing backwards. So really, I would suggest Serato, and here's why. So this is Serato SL2, the box. It's the cheapest one you can get in Serato right now, I believe. It's actually cheaper than SL1, and it's higher quality, I think. It has less inputs. It does have some drawbacks, less inputs, but it's still Serato. So if you take this, you've got the American Audio VersaPort, and you compare it to this. Size difference, the Serato box is significantly bigger. And one of the most noticeable things that when I first cracked this thing open, watch my unboxing video, is how heavy. And I believe I said, I feel professional already. This thing is like solid shell. You could like throw this on the ground and it would still work. And the great thing about this solid shell is you can put it next to power cords and you're not going to get interference. This is plastic, on the other hand. It's plastic, so you get what you're paying for. You're going to get interference, and if you drop this, I don't think you're going to be able to use it again. Probably not. It's like Shure versus who makes cheap mics? I don't even know. But yeah, but it's kind of like this. Let me explain to you why I think you should get Serato. With virtual DJ, you're wasting your time. You're basically, if you don't have a full paid virtual DJ setup, you're wasting your time because you're almost waiting for it to break down. which is what happened with me. And if you did get a full virtual DJ setup, you probably played somewhere in the 400s, I'm going to guess, 300, 400. And at that rate, you could just save up another $100 and get Serato SL2, which is pretty much recognized, Serato is recognized as like the standard for club DJs, radio, everything. If you look on any big club guy, I guarantee you they're using Serato and not Virtual DJ. It's kind of like, I mean, the only way I can break it down like this is if you had the money to afford either one of them, which one would you get? Would you be like, no man, I really think Virtual DJ makes a better product? I'm not going to argue for you, but I don't think they do. I think Serato takes a little bit of adjustment, but when you get used to Serato, even though there's not like built-in effects or anything, it's so much more manageable. And because most other DJs use it, if you went to a party where the other guy had it, you literally just bring your laptop and be like, oh, let me plug in your Serato and I'll be set. You could use his system as opposed to be like, oh, you have Serato, I only have Virtual DJ. How are we going to make this work? I'll tell you how. You're not going to play, and I am because I have Serato, and I'm a boss. So, final words, just save up for Serato. It's so much more worth it. And again, this wasn't a bash fest on Virtual DJ or Atomics. I really think they do make a good product, but the problem is most people aren't paying for the good product. They're getting the cracked versions, and they just cause problems. So get yourself Serato, do yourself a favor, be professional. I guarantee you will feel professional when you use Serato.